you know, you know. If you know about the carport, the trapdoor's supposed to be awkward. If you know, you know. That's the reason we ball for.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. And an early how do you do right there as they're going to bury him in the backfield. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. 2nd down.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on 1st and 2nd down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. From the gun, it's Jackson. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
He's got a man. It's Sutton. That's complete. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. That good for 19 yards as they pick up the conversion on 3rd. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Play action. It's Jackson. He's got his man on the crossing route. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially. They go play action with Jackson. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
So much about defending the pass is being able to be right there at the moment the ball gets to the receiver, and he was right in his hip pocket, helping force that incompletion.
So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. This is Wilkins. Still going. And he only manages a couple here down to about the 38-yard line.
Tackle made at the
He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there. But how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
They'll need to get it to the 30 for a first. This is 3rd down. They'll run it here with Wilkins. And he's going to be stopped here a few yards short of the first as the tackle is made at the 33. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll bring up a 4th down.
gain of 5. It's 4th down.
And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th. From the gun, Jackson. Flushed out right. He may try and run for this. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. Wow, 1st and goal, and defensively all they can do is shake their heads. Not only did they allow the conversion, but a big play as well. And now Jackson will look to throw it. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. A great play there. His first touchdown of the new season. And the Ravens take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. The PAT up and good, but hold on a second. There is a flag. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Bucs take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here's Ronald Jones, first carry for the USC man. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
At the 26-yard line.
From the gun, Weiss. This into the hands of his running back, Ronald Jones. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so our offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. Looking deep in the direction of Cooper. Oh, he almost picked it. Nearly a turnover there on their opening drive. And that's a throw he'd like to have back. Now 4th down.
So many times we see teams go on the road and want to lean on their running game, but this crew just announced they're going to try and air it out and make hay downfield.
And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. So out of bounds on the punt, and the spot will be, the side judge says, right at the 35-yard line here. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Good drive last time. Really effective passing the football. Do you maybe mix it up, now go to the ground game and surprise the defense? Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Keanu Neal. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory. Now a first down carry by Jones. Tackle there by Alex Anzalone.
We talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play. The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
And the line to gain here is the 37 on 3rd down. Operating from the gun, Weiss. It's caught. Jones. And he is going to have the Buccaneers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. 15 yards as Tampa Bay picks up the first.
Buccaneers.
From the gun, Weiss. And that is incomplete here.
No coverage bust by the defense here. They did a nice job accounting for everybody, and that led to an incompletion.
It's now 2nd and 10.
So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. They'll run it with Jones. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
Plays like we just saw there, that's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front, so when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
On 3rd down, Weiss looking for Jones, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Patrick Queen.
And he'll get it all the way down inside the 35-yard line.
Well, when I looked down, he was kind of shaking his head right after he threw that pass. What did you see?
Well, from a defense's perspective, anytime you have your eyes back towards the quarterback, you're in a position to make a play on the ball, whether it's a big-time play by you or an overthrow by the quarterback. You have a much better opportunity.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. But despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. 2nd down.
Jackson going to look to do it himself.
And he'll be taken down at the 34. He'll get 2 on the keeper, but it becomes now a 3rd down. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. On 3rd down, Jackson forced out to his left. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
So an empty possession there. What do you think went wrong, Charles?
Well, it looked like maybe the plant leg might have given way just a little. And when that happens, guys have a tendency to pull through the ball to compensate. And in doing so, sent this one off target.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. The result's not great thus far. A punt on the first drive and an interception last time out.
And let's face it, every team wants to come out on the field and play with some confidence, play with some tempo, play with some rhythm. And when you're making those types of mistakes, you're not getting any of that put together.
So what do you say, time to get back to the basics for them?
In a lot of ways, yes, but the biggest one, of course, is finding people who will take care of the football and make a few plays. You've got to have a drive now that calms down the entire team.
A gain of 6 there on first.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
On 2nd down, here's the option. Quick throw caught by Godwin.
And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. 11 yards there, 1st down.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice 1st down. Drive keeps moving.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
Well, they were unable to make anything really big out of that. But it's not a bad idea to find your tight end and give him an easy completion and keep moving things forward. Almost as bread and butter as a good running back dive play.
That 1st down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Operating from the gun. Weiss. He finds his tight end, Howard. That's complete. And he gets it down to the 32. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down.
Well, that's now 4 completions in a row. A good bounce back following the interception last drive.
Certainly not letting it affect him, that's for sure. And we all know interceptions are going to happen. So the big trick, don't let it affect you going forward. Most of the good quarterbacks, they just tell the ball boy, get that one out of the rotation, give me a fresh ball, and let's go. He's got his offense moving again.
A run with Jones on 1st down, not going to yield much. A yard tops. 2nd down coming up.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
You know, it's not just all athleticism from defensive linemen. Let's give them a little credit for their football intelligence as well. Read and react by them, understood the play call, and stacked it up and stuffed the run.
Now whistles here before the snap. Looked like one of the Bucs may have moved.
And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. Second down and long. After the penalty, it's Jones. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. Call it a gain of 12, but of course not a first down due to the previous penalty. So from second and long, now we go to third and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in four-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And fourth down now coming up. The offense staying out. They're going to go on 4th and 2. From the gun, Weiss. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off by Tavon Young. And a great return as he's up close to the 40-yard line. Second straight drive now here, Charles, that have ended with an interception.
And I just wonder, because I don't think it's going to rattle him necessarily. I also wonder if it's going to nerve him a little bit. Does it lead to another one? Or does he find a way to pull it together and become sharp again?
Throwing is Jackson. That one complete to Wilkins, the running back. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
Number 28.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Jalen Smith. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line.
At their own 32-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And the interception last time on the opponent's side of the field, certainly not what they want.
Put it mildly, that is so frustrating because that signifies there's a drive going on. You're in a good spot, great place to run some of your best offense. Instead, they turn the ball over.
They turned the ball over last time. See if they can avoid doing it here.
Yard line.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Looking to throw. Weiss. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down.
3rd down. And 8 yards to go.
The Bucs on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 8. Operating from the gun, Weiss. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early, and now it's 4th down.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
On is the punter, Townsend, as he gets this one away.
And the punt goes out of bounds, so no chance to bring it back, and they will spot it at the 24-yard line.
Their own 24-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw it?
Oh, for the 3rd time, Jackson going to be intercepted.
Picked up by Keanu Neal. And his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
And across midfield he goes into Raven territory. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard. at the 46-yard line.
Here's Jones, and he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. A gain of just a yard, but it's a first down.
On the tackle. A gain of a yard. First down.
2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. They'll run on first down. Jones. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Now, Brandon, that's the way you want to run the football. There should almost be quote bubbles above the offense right now. Bam, boom, biff. That's how they feel good about moving the football.
On the RPO, that's complete right side. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. From the gun, Weiss. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. A 22-yard touchdown grab. And the Buccaneers are an extra point away from tying up this football game. It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2.
Game at 7. Jake Elliott set to kick off.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And a penalty marker's down on the field. And they might be backing up a bit here to start the drive. That holding call set him up with not great field position.
Not at all when you tack on the penalty. But that field position after the return wasn't terrific. It's not a great starting field position as well.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. Jackson from the shotgun. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Buccaneers. And he returns it to the end zone. A fumble recovery touchdown for the Bucs.
Jake Elliott on for the point.
Huge play by the defense, not only to force the fumble, obviously, but to return it for a touchdown.
And I know it's no fun for anyone who plays offense, but isn't it fun to see how a defense rallies when there's a fumble return and everyone tries to find someone to block and bring it all the way home?
I always like their celebrations because they don't get there that often.
No, they're not choreographed very well usually.
Elliott good with a PAT, and that makes the score 14-7. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And he's able to get this all the way to the 40 before going out of bounds.
Now that's the kind of return you're looking for. To get to that spot on the field, that allows you to do a lot of things on offense.
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. He completes this to Sutton. And he gets this down deep into Tampa Bay territory. A big change in field position there. That's 40 yards on the catch and run. You know, Lamar Jackson last season, the first NFL quarterback with 3,000 or more passing yards and 1,000 or more rushing yards in the same season.
And we've seen both of those talents on display here today. We just saw another completed pass. And everyone knew coming out of college he could run the ball. But for some reason, we didn't analyze it throwing the way we should have. I think every time he completes a pass, he says to himself, take that, evaluators. You guys really missed the boat on me.
Flush to his right. To the sideline, and it's caught, but boy, he's out of bounds. And they try to get him into space coming out of the backfield, but it'll be third down.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
They tried to throw on second down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. Operating from the gun. Jackson. This will be caught at about the 6. And the Ravens are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as they find a way to convert there on 3rd and 1. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. The Bucs with the lead, and they'll get the football first as the second half is underway. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete. This thrown quickly out to Cooper. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
To throw on 3rd down. Weiss, and he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
This will be a 41-yard punt, 3 on the return. And the Ravens, they'll take over. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Their defense just came up with a stop right out of the locker room, and now can the offense take advantage?
Yeah, we don't want to turn this into something that it's not. It's only a one-score game, so it's not exactly a crucial possession. But at the same time, they'd like to get things started and at least come away with 3 points.
Now Jackson on 1st down. Buying time to his left. And he's going to have the hook up to Sutton. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the 1st down completion. To throw again on 2nd down. Jackson. And he rifles one incomplete. Cortland Sutton was the man he was looking for. And it's 3rd and short.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. 3rd and 2. Here's Jackson. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. Officially, that'll be marked down as just a 28-yard punt. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the...
And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off by Patrick Queen. And he will not get all the way home, but he will take this back down to about the 2-yard line. And that pick just sets them up beautifully right down near the goal line.
I remember being in a defensive meeting back when I was in college, and our defensive coordinator says, we're going to call this be who you are defense. D lineman, you play the run. Linebackers, be aware.
And he'll get in. Touchdown, Baltimore. A great effort there. With 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Ravens are an extra point away from tying the football game.
Good.
The extra point splits the uprights, and we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Bucs take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They start from scratch here, so to speak. 14-all following the interception last time that led to a score. Now they've got it 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. To the right side, he's got Cooper. It's complete. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. From the gun, Weiss. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line.
Intercepted. The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at the 24-yard line.
After the interception, here's Jackson. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
I think we can all understand what they're thinking right now. They take over the ball in field goal range after the turnover, so they've got that in their hip pocket. But they've got to go for the end zone and turn this into a bigger point. Their thinking is a touchdown is really what they should get from starting here. Getting 3 points at the end of this drive.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Davion Taylor able to get him for a loss of about 3.
So if we recount real quick, he had the touchdown earlier, and now he comes up with the sack here. No doubt about it, he's having himself a game.
Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens. Operating from the gun, Jackson. And he's got his man, Marquise Brown. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Hollywood, Marquise Brown, 27 yards. And the Ravens have used the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is now 21-14. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Bucs take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily that you're looking to plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Throwing again. Weiss. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Tavon Young. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line. I'm starting to wonder, Charles, if 5 interceptions, is that the last that we've seen of him?
Well, I think that a lot of people hope that's the last they've seen of him in this game, probably including himself. If this were baseball, the manager would have been at the mound already and asked for the ball, and he'd be in there getting a shower. But in football, you might have to go stand on the sideline and watch the rest of it and see if your backup can do any better.
Play 56. 6-man. Check girls, check girls.
Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. Got a man, it's caught for a Ravens touchdown. Well, that didn't take long. The turnover instantly almost turning into points.
And when that happens, a lot of teams have the mentality of let's strike right now. You've got them off balance after the turnover or the takeaway. Let's go get it, and that's exactly what they did.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead now up to 14. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Bucs take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. On second down, it's Jones. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. This one complete to his fullback out of the backfield. And he is going to have a Bucs 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. That's good for a Buccaneer first, a pickup of 12 yards. On 1st down, it's Jones. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he's struggling, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
On second down, it's Jones. They'll wind up getting 4 down to the 36.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
A quick toss outright, and he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. That time the conversion comes courtesy of the RPO.
And know what it did? It moved the sticks. Nice pickup on 3rd down. Even better decision.
Nyheim Hines, his first carry. And he'll get about 5 here as he'll take this down inside the 20-yard line.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Back to the ground, this time with Jones. And able to get this down inside the 15 to either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down. And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. Back now in Baltimore. It's Buccaneer football, but they've got work to do. They find themselves behind here to start the fourth quarter. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Now Jones, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation. From the gun, Weiss. Over the middle, he finds Godwin complete. And he will not be able to get the first as he can get this only down to the 5. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down.
4th down.
On 4th down, Weiss, and that is incomplete. The Bucs try it on 4th down, but come up empty. And that will force a turnover on downs. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. A real chance for them to salt this game away after that turnover on downs, holding a 2-score lead in the fourth quarter. And intercepted, maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by the linebacker, Jalen Smith. And they will take over at the 26-yard line.
Take over 1st and 10.
That is the play they needed in a 2-score game here in the fourth quarter.
No doubt about it. They did what they had to do to give themselves a chance to get back into the game. They turned it over to the offense. They are now in charge.
Now they need to execute. Give them 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 23-yard line.
Again, it's Jones. And down inside the 15 he goes. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10. We often give credit to the O-line there. 2 tight end formation. Those tight ends block pretty well also.
Yeah, and that's one of the most dynamic positions in football now. The tight ends who can block at the line of scrimmage at the point of attack, and they can also get downfield and catch the football.
Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage.
Taken down.
No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10.
13-yard line.
Jones. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
The Bucs on 3rd down. They're hitting at just 30%, 3 for 10. This is 3rd and 9. Operating from the gun, Weiss. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. O.J. Howard, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Bucs capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6.
Jake Elliott on for the point after.
They had to go to the monitor, get an extra look. That's what the technology is for. And this touchdown will count. He's got it, and they're back within a touchdown at 28-21.
Ravens 28, Buccaneers 21. Jake Elliott set to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And this carries into the end zone. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 33-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. I'm curious to see, Charles, about the play calling on this drive. Last time out, the interception that led to a touchdown. Here we are. I mean, very close, one-score game.
Yeah, and if I'm
and the defense loses him. It's complete. And all the way down to the 12. It's a big play there for Baltimore. 55 yards. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. To throw is Jackson. Escaping the pressure, and he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. The defense showing some anger after giving up the big play. This time they'll lose one or two. And they run the option on 2nd down. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Christian Fulton. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran the wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. This is Jones. Not much there. Maybe a couple up to the 35.
Jones, the ball carrier.
Not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
To throw on 2nd down. Weiss, the left side completion to Jones. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
Tampa Bay.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. From the gun, Weiss. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Have to give some credit to the defender on that one. He read all of his keys perfectly and got a great break on the ball and able to force that incompletion.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. The give to Jones. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Operating from the gun, Weiss. He's got Evans. And he is going to have the Buccaneers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. A big pickup there, 18 yards and a Buccaneer 1st.
Buccaneers.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. On 1st and 10, Weiss, and he can't get a throw away. He's taken down.
Brandon, that's just football 101. If you're out of the pocket, you've got to get rid of the football in this situation. You cannot take a sack in a 2-minute drill.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Back to throw. To Evans on the slant. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. He's back to throw. That's caught by Howard. And they're going to get him down well short of the first as he can only get this to about the 19. Good defense holds him to only a yard, and it'll be 4th down. Down 7, and they've got to go for it here on 4th down. They'll look to throw. And no, it's incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Ravens are going to get the football back.
Is a turnover on down.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And still 2 timeouts defensively, but even if they choose to use those, 3 kneel downs should be enough to get out of here with a victory.
And that's exactly what's being stated into the head coach's headset. Oftentimes they have a guy upstairs who monitors this at the end of the game. Little clock management 101.
So they will accept the penalty and move forward. So this helps to start a drive. After the penalty, it'll be 1st and 5. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go. They'll run on 1st down. It's Wilkins. The Bucs forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as they get it with 16 seconds remaining on the clock. I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. Doesn't matter whether you watch high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them.
And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Jalen Smith came in there hard on the blitz and got him down 9 yards behind the line of scrimmage.
Tonight's final score.